Once again, I want to welcome you to my marriage channel. This is Agre, as usual, your marriage counselor. Please subscribe and invite somebody as we work together to start a movement of healthy and successful marriage. No more divorce, no more chaos, no more domestic violence. We are returning to our position in our marriages that God intended. A marriage of joy, a marriage of peace. Today I want to talk about four methods of problem solving in your marriage. So I want you to understand again, like I mentioned in my previous video, problems always come. Actually, we exist to solve problems. So we must be ready to not run away from problems, but rather solve problems. I mean, I don't like people who run away from their problems. Rather, you stand and fight and deal with the problem that is at hand. So please listen carefully, go subscribe and invite somebody. So number one, be ready to compromise. Be ready to compromise. Now, I want you to know that there is no winner, neither is there a loser in a marriage. We are all one flesh. It is very important to understand that whenever there is a problem in your marriage, the fight should not be between you and your spouse, but rather it should be a team of you and your spouse fighting against the problem. So it is husband-wife versus the problem, not husband versus wife. That's an attitude you should always carry with you. So be ready to compromise. There is no winner, there is no loser. You are all one flesh. However, let me also mention this. In case there is a clear disagreement between you and your husband or you and your wife, please, I want to encourage you this. Let the husband's decision be considered. And let the wife be willing to support it, even if they may be wrong, by the way. I always love to stand on the side of truth. But when I find myself in a position where I can challenge the other person's opinion, even if it is wrong, and I will allow them have it their way, and then they can realize the truth later. That way I will be more respected, I will be honored, and I will be exonerated, rather than fighting to have your way and then you break up everything. So I want to encourage you, in case there are clear disagreements, let always the man's decision take precedence and let the wife be willing to support it. Number two, have a forgiving spirit, a forgiving attitude. Forgiveness is an essential component for survival of your marriage. Where there is no forgiveness, like I've already said, there is going to be a pile-up of issues. Issues of 2019, 2020, 2021, issues of COVID, issues of mother-in-law, issues of father-in-law, issues of business, money. In other words, when there is no forgiveness, there is a pile-up of so many issues. And when you allow them to dominate your mind, they will clog your decision-making ability. And they will not allow you space to be positive. So please develop a forgiveness attitude. Learn to overlook the mistakes of your spouse. It's not that you have to consider everything they have done wrong. Some things are worth ignoring. Not every word should be taken as serious. I know. If you want to have peace, you must be ready to forgive all the time. Like I mentioned in one of my videos, you watch it. When Jesus told Peter to forgive Jesus told Peter to forgive 77 times 7 a day. So who can wrong you all the times in a day? So that means you shall forgive forever and whenever you are wronged. Number three, be prepared to talk about the issue. Be prepared to frankly talk about the matter of a disagreement. Now, most people, they use a very, very wrong method that is called silent treatment. You annoy your spouse, or you have an issue with your spouse, and then all you do is keep quiet. Or you just ignore it. Well, there are some things that are worth ignoring, but there are those you cannot ignore. So don't just don't just nag, don't shout, but rather be frank and open to talk about what is bothering you. I mean, open up. Especially this happens to the offended person. If you are the offended, you should be willing to talk about it. You can also initiate a conversation and say, honey, we need to talk about this because we are offended. Keep positive. Avoid negative energy in your marriage. So if you want to save your marriage, you must always be willing to and frankly to talk about your issues as they arise. Lastly, be willing to admit fault and apologize. Be willing to admit your fault and apologize. In case you are the person in wrong, don't push to be right. Don't justify your mistakes. Please be willing to admit and apologize. There are words that are very, very important, and this word is called. These three words say, "I am sorry." Now, I am sorry can save very many situations that could be tearing up your relationship, that could be tearing up your marriage. So I want to encourage you, please learn to admit your mistakes and learn to seek to apologize. So that, that word sorry may be small, it may not be acceptable at that moment, but let me tell you, as someone digests it, there is a power that comes with it. So much power that comes with that word sorry. When you learn to compromise, when you learn to forgive, when you are always prepared to talk about your issues and you are willing to admit your fault, then you can easily solve any problem that comes your way and build a happy and successful marriage. Go ahead and subscribe, invite somebody. This is Abre, your counselor, and this is your marriage channel. As usual, I will see you in the next video.